August 5th, 2012. Dear Mom and Dad, I've been reflecting on my 2 years as president of Northern New Mexico College, thinking about the journey that brought me to this point in my life and to a place that feels so much like home. There were no road maps, so as a Chicana who was the first in our family to go to college, just like many Northern students, I did lots of improvising, and the personal and professional path I traveled was filled with twists, turns, and detours, as you well know. It was along that path that I learned about the importance of my Mexican-American identity, as well as the importance of community and the role that diverse cultural perspectives fill, both in the classroom and in everyday life. In a way, that is the journey we are on as an institution here, a journey of transformation into uncharted territory. I believe this kind of transformation begins at the most personal level, within and among us as members of our institutional and cultural communities. Remember when I almost quit graduate school at the University of Iowa because I felt so isolated? Mom sent me a care package with Mexican food and cultural mementos. Your gift made me realize that just because I was in college didn't mean I stopped being who I was. I came to understand that I need my culture for nourishment just as I need food and water. It is this understanding that has driven my efforts throughout my career to work toward creating communities where we can do our best work across all of our differences. As you know, it was not an easy decision to leave Minnesota. A part of me was afraid to pursue the unknown, to leave friends and a comfortable position I loved. But while driving to visit Brother Gil for the 2009 winter holidays, I took a side trip to visit Northern New Mexico College, and that trip has changed my life forever. Driving north on I-25, taking in the breathtaking view of the mountains covered with new snow, I descended into the Española Valley, and a calm feeling came over me. I sensed the presence of the tribal people as I drove through Tesuque and Poake, noting their stories on murals on the highway bridges and walls. Memories of similar journeys we took as a military family came flooding back. You would encourage us not to be afraid, but to embrace what we were seeing as we moved from place to place, and to connect what we saw with something familiar that was a part of us. I found myself on a winding road that increased in elevation with more snow all around. Then I saw a sign for the Carson National Forest, and as a former park ranger, I thought, how cool is it to have a campus next to a national forest? And I thought about all the possibilities that can bring. When I reached El Rito and took the left turn into the campus, Coco Chanel woke as we slowed. She stood up on the seat, straining to look out the window. My first thought was that I had walked into the middle of a postcard, with the snow bordering the adobe buildings, topping the vigas and the trees. It was as if I could feel its history and legacy, without yet knowing any of it as I walked around peeking in windows while Coco jumped in and out of the snow. I left to go to the Española campus before the sun set. The first thing I saw was this huge eagle on the side of the building that I would later learn was the Nick Salazar Center for the Arts. Once again we walked around and I stood in awe of the snow-capped mountains that seemed like a protective fence surrounding the valley and campus. I knew then I would pursue this position because I felt such a strong connection to it. Just as you had taught us on our family travels, it felt familiar, like home, like coming full circle. So today we are busy preparing for the 2012-13 academic year. There is an air of excitement as faculty, staff, and students return to campus. Students, though, often have the same concern I had as a student, money. I still remember when I was leaving for college, Mom stood at the door, handed me $80 and said, "This is all we can give you. Don't forget family." And I have learned since being here that not that long ago, fathers herded flocks of sheep to the college. That was their payment for their children's education. Mom's words help shape the core that guides my work today. This work is about believing in our students, no matter their life circumstances, and creating communities that allow them to succeed in and out of the classroom. All of this is to say that I was meant to be here. From the time of my birth, I have been preparing for this position. I have to say I did not imagine the support and hope that greeted me when I arrived at the college. Nor did I know the depth of the challenges awaiting me, challenges that require drawing upon all the courage, resilience, and confidence you instilled in me. So today we are in a very different place, primarily because of how the faculty, the staff, and students believed in me and the institution, even during our darkest days. Their patience and trust deserve better. My hope is that they will work with me this next year. We have experienced some of the tensions that can arise around these efforts as different needs and aspirations collide. That is the work of the president, to lead efforts to bring people together around a shared vision for change. Clearly there is more work for all of us to do, and there are many issues to address. But if they will join me and believe in me as you did, one more time, I am confident I will have good news to share with you about our progress in my next letter. Thank you for always being there. Love, Rusty.